Hello, welcome to the Saturn 7 YouTube channel. We're going to play a couple songs for you today, but before we do, we're going to use a new deck that I've opened for divination. This is the Labyrinth deck, and it is based on the traditional 78 tarot cards. Each time a deck has a theme, they'll change the four categories that they're in. So normally it is wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, or sometimes called coins. But for this Labyrinth deck, the wands are called poles, the cups are called pots, the swords are called feathers, and the pentacles or coins are called junk. And I don't have a guidebook with this deck, so I have this Thoth deck book that I will shuffle these Labyrinth cards and then read from this book what that card corresponds with. And hopefully it'll speak to somebody. So we'll do some shuffling real quick. We're on mobile data only. We don't have Wi-Fi, so it's going to be glitchy and blurry. Alright, looks like this card is 4 of Feathers. So feathers are known as swords normally. Alright, 4 of Swords, Truce. Keywords: Jupiter in Libra, calm, centered, clarity, spiritual cleansing, integration, expansion. The tips of the 4 swords all are of equal strength meet at the center of the full-blown rose. Worries have been conquered. The clarity of the Ace of Swords has been regained. The blue color comes through again. The yellow green of spiritual creativity dominates the picture once more. This is a good atmosphere for the rose of recognition to unfold and expand. Jupiter carries the qualities of joy and expansion. Whatever situation had seemed hopeless until now actually contains within itself all the elements for a fortune, prosperous solution. The green cross in the background indicates a complete inner unification, the integration of all 4 aspects: mind, emotions, body, and soul. A warning is also presented here. Truce does not mean peace. There may be a surface calm which is only maintained by suppressing feelings and impulses. Examine very carefully the possibility that disturbing influences are already present, merely hidden for the moment. By recognizing these in time, you will be able to rob them of their disruptive power. Indications: you have enough inner clarity to successfully carry out your plans. Be sure at all times that you feel good about what is happening. Question: what supports or what hinders your clarity? Suggestion: check your surroundings and rearrange them to support calm and centeredness. Affirmation: I am at peace within myself.
You don't have to like and you don't have to subscribe. This song's called Treehouse. You want to do another card reading?
If you want to.
Or maybe see what's... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Leonard. Appreciate that. How about another card reading?
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
So this is still the Labyrinth deck that has the very specific kinds of themed words. So we'll do some more shuffling and then we'll read from that book that has the 78 traditional tarot cards. Okay. Looks like this one is the Moon, number 15. Looking here. Alright. The Moon. Pisces, final testing, wrong turns, illusion, burning off karma, interaction or struggle with the subconscious, threshold to new levels of consciousness. The moon here is the warning moon, the moon here is the waning moon. It is in the process of diving further and deeper into the darker realms of the soul. It is the time of final and often most difficult testing. The danger of forgetting your true goal in the darkness is very great. Temptations and illusory perceptions lurk along the way, ready to lead you down the garden path. Be careful. The upper part of the card shows a narrow passageway guarded by sinister sentries whose heads are those of wolves, Anubis, Egyptian god of death. Behind them rise dark, threatening towers, symbols of the sentries' power. The guards hold the scepter of the phoenix in one hand and the symbols for Mercury and Pluto as keys in the other. Jackals lurk at their feet, ready to fall upon and devour the corpses of those who risk passing between the towers in uncertainty or out of mere curiosity. The guarded entryway is also a representation of the female sexual and birth organ, the vagina. The moon symbolizes here the unconscious aspect of the feminine, changeable, moist, shadowy, seductive, possessing an eerie attraction. Everything appears mysterious, doubtful, and bewitching. But only by passing through this gate will new life arise. The path to awareness leads us through unawareness, the unknown, the menacing. Anyone who wishes to be a person of wisdom must first deal directly and fully with these areas of ignorance. Only through direct experience will you get to know them. The veils of illusion yield finally to the light as you recognize them for what they are. As the veils part, you gain valuable insight into the true mysteries hidden behind them. An analogy to this process is the rite of initiation performed in many tribes. The introduction into the status of adulthood requires the completion of a very difficult and dangerous task for which long and careful preparation is needed. The person who dares to pass through the portal needs unconquerable courage and the willingness to make the necessary preparations. Happy the one who has the good fortune to find a guide who can be trusted on this stage of the path. Yet even, or perhaps especially in this case, tremendous awareness is required. All too many guides offer themselves with tempting promises without knowing the way themselves. Only by keeping in constant touch with the voice of your heart will you be able to turn mistakes into opportunities for progress in the path. When you truly follow the teachings of the heart, you will see that even a false path may have been a necessary learning step on the way. The threshold to death is also the threshold to a new life. This is the entryway into a higher consciousness. This is symbolized on the card by the sacred Egyptian beetle holding in its pincers the symbol for the sun. The beetle carries the renewing light into the darkness. Wherever this light of consciousness appears, the darkness disappears. In fact, the darkness is revealed as having been an illusion, mere shadows which appear to exist only because something was blocking the flow of light. Getting to know what things are blocking the light for you and sweeping them aside are the first steps in transformation. Indications. You have heard the call of the unknown. You are on the threshold of new experience. Pay attention now to the voice of your heart and scrutinize calmly and carefully the offers of assistance and guidance you may receive. Questions. What inner regions feel strange, alien, unknown to you? Where are your blind spots? What experiences are you most afraid of? Suggestions: meditate regularly. Choose a technique you feel comfortable with and practice it daily for at least 3 months. Pay attention to the quality of your thoughts and images and write them down occasionally, or paint or draw them. Pay attention also to your nightly dreams. Affirmation: it's always darkest just before the dawn. So I have this
They
labyrinth.
want to know what book you're reading from.
I'm reading this Thoth deck book. It has the normal 78 traditional tarot cards in it because I have this labyrinth deck that I don't have a guidebook with. So when I pick a card, I read what that card corresponds with in this book. So I've got a bunch of decks that I don't have guidebooks for, so I use this.
Right. You don't have to like and you don't have to subscribe. Ariel has another channel. It's called DJ Ariel.7. It's all just divination stuff.
We're going to play another song for you. I can get it to switch over.
This one's called PounceNBounce. This one's about our cat. Thanks, guys. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. We'll be back with one more live feed. We're going to end this one now.